Hi and welcome back to a new school year, and this video is about our new art room jobs. There's a couple new jobs in the art room this year, and one of them is the sketchbook captain. And the sketchbook captain would have to get the sketchbook bin and place it on the front table for the class, or if I need everyone to have their sketchbooks, then the sketchbook captain would pass them out to everybody. Another new job is the eraser boss. We have a really hard time in the art room keeping track of erasers being broken, all that. So everybody will have their own eraser. Everyone is going to have an art number when you come to class, and your art number corresponds to the eraser that you will be using. So the eraser boss will pass out your eraser, and at the end of class you are responsible in putting it back into your number slot. Pencil patrol is another new job, and just like the erasers, the pencils are numbered, and you will be passed out your number pencil. The nice thing about the pencil patrol, there's going to be two of them, and they are going to be the only two students allowed to use the electric sharpener. Everybody else, if you have to sharpen pencils, there is a handheld sharpener you can use at the drawing center. Attendance master, and you might remember last year we had this job, and the attendance master starts the class by taking attendance. They will get the folder in the bin next to the door. There's a folder for each day, so day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, each has their folder, and whatever day your class comes to art, that is the folder the attendance master will get and call attendance. Material masters, we had this job last year, and these two people will assist in putting materials out at the table. Things like markers and paints and art sticks, stuff like that. Material masters will also collect art materials at the end of class and put them away. Hospitality hosts. These two people will be responsible in passing out any necessary papers. They will pass out artwork from the class before. They might have to pass out learning guides or rubrics or reading materials, whatever. The cleanup commander, they are the ones to announce when it is time to clean up. They're going to do this loudly, but they're not going to scream. And they're going to count down from 5 to 0. And once they get to 0, your tables must be clean, and everything needs to be put away, and you should be ready to be lined up. The commander will also give points 1 to 4 for a job well done. Of course, 4 is the highest points you can get, and that means you did an awesome job. 1 means you need some work. What else did I want to say about cleanup commander? Oh, when they're counting down from 5 to 0, oops, that's my phone. I just hung up on them. When they're counting down from 5 to 0, it's 5, 4, take it nice and slow. Points caddy, they work right alongside with the cleanup commander, and they are going to record points earned for cleanup and for lineup. The cleanup commander decides how many points the class gets for cleanup, and they decide how many points you get for lineup. But sometimes they talk with the points caddy to see if the points caddy is in agreement. Once your class collects about 35, 38 points, your class will get a day of choice activities, and we can talk about those later. Door security is in charge of making sure anyone who's coming or leaving the art room is checked out. So if you are someone who has maybe arrived late to school and you're just coming into art, you need to check in with door security so they can sign you in. And if you're someone who has to leave the room, even if it's to go to the nurse, you have to sign out. We have to know where you are in case we have a fire drill, or maybe someone is looking for you, the principal, or maybe your parents here to pick you up. Worker bees. Now this job is a really important job, but we don't elect people into the position. This is everyone who doesn't necessarily have a job. And you're going to make sure, you're kind of like the double check to make sure that the tables are clean, the scraps are thrown away, there's nothing under your table, and no job forgotten. Worker bees make sure the hive is clean and ready to go. Sometimes I like to call on worker bees to do an extra job for me as well. So today, one of the first things you're going to do is sign up for 2 positions you might like to have, and the job assignments are going to be voted into position in 2 weeks. So just like last year, if you were here last year, we're going to vote in and see who gets elected into the jobs. The job assignments will change in January, so we will change jobs either right before we leave for the holiday break or right when we come back for the holiday break. So if you have any other questions, you can ask and we will clear things up. But please, before you leave the art room today, please make sure you have your name under 2 jobs you would like to have in art class. Thanks.